Hi everybody, this is Pitejo from Will of the Ages. I wanted to show you how I start a new game of the QuickStarter in my Tabletop Simulator mods. So the first thing I do is I take a map die over here, I press R, and this tells me that I'm supposed to load map number 2. So I put the die back in place, I look for the map number 2 button, which is this one in the middle. I click the button and the map gets loaded. Now, I can also lock these pieces in place by pressing the L key. Second thing, I roll another die, which is a match die, to see which factions I'm gonna use to play this game. Roll the die, and we get Sylvan elves for the blue player, which is me at the moment, and red for the an Empire of Sonnstahl for the red player, right? So we can take the orcs and goblins back, and we can move it away from the battlefield. So I am gonna be playing with the Sylvan elves, and red is gonna be playing with the Empire. Alright, so let me load my army for the Sylvan elves. So you can see it here. Click on the back, and the game loads the QuickStarter army for my chosen army. You also have tokens for the spells: Truth of Time, Healing Waters, the Huntsmen, the Dryads, the Archers and the Druid. If you don't know what are the miniatures that you're supposed to use for these armies, you can use, for example, the Sylvan Elves information over here, bit of fluff, bit of art, and then you have the complete army list for the QuickStarter over there. So this will be my army, alright, and I will be playing against Empire in Rend. But first, let's see if this is the army that gets deployed first. And in order to do that, we're going to roll this die here, which, as you see, has either blue or red faces. Okay. So I'm going to roll this die, yup, and blue goes first. Okay. So I'm going to now deploy my army of Sylvan elves. I can also, as we said, take the bag and move it out of the way, because we won't be needing it anymore. And as you know, in the QuickStarter, you're playing in the direction of the long side of the board, so I get to choose whether I want to go left or right. And if I want to highlight the deployment zone, I simply go over this little square at the top, I press 2, and here I can see my deployment zone. So I can take my wild huntsman over here, and I can decide, I don't know, I want to put them over here. Alright, cool. I'm going to take my archers, I'm going to put them in here, for example. This is a hindering terrain, cover. And I'm going to put my Dryads over there. I also have my Druid, since I will be playing with the against the Empire of Sonnstahl, which has light infantry. I definitely do not want to have the Druid on its own, so I'm gonna take the Druid and I'm gonna put it into this unit of archers. And what else? Oh yeah, we said I still have my 2 spells, so I'm gonna take the 2 spell counters and I'm gonna put them down here. As you can see here, I have a number of useful things. I have the flux guns, I have this thing that allows you to roll dice, I have the booklet with all the armies, wound counter, tokens that you can use for anything, combat resolution, whatever, and then you also have the entire rulebook for the QuickStarter, just at hand if you want to verify a couple of things. Okay. Good. Then it's now time to deactivate the deployment zone for the elves. Of course, you also have the 6 inches, because in the QuickStarter you win if at the end of the 4 turns you have more units in this area than your opponent. So you can activate and deactivate it anytime by pressing 1 and 2 on your keyboard. Now I'm gonna change the color and go to reds, and at this point I can load my Empire of Sonnstahl army. How cute these guys are. As you see, these are 2D standees from RH Worldbuilding. For other armies we have 3D miniatures from Admiralty, sculpted by our friends from the forum or from RedLine miniatures. This one is also by Joel from the forum. Anyway, we said we were going to deploy our Imperial force, so let's take these knightly orders and I don't know, let's put them over here, and let's take the light infantry and put it down there. Stupid placement, stupid deployment, might be. You know, we play the QuickStarter to learn. So then we have the Marshal and the Wizard. Alright. And yeah, you know, same thing, you can put them inside the unit. You can locate the 2 spells and you can put them next to the to your army. As we said before, we of course also have a bit of an instruction booklet for the Empire, for Sunna and the Emperor, and of course with the with all the information that you need in terms of profiles and rules and everything. Then you have the Corruption of Tin and the Scorching Salvo. You have the Flux cards. Put them here, and then you can flip, and you can see what type of cards you just drew. You can roll dice here, and maybe the last cute thing that I'm gonna show to you is this red cute little thing over here. For example, imagine that this is my Marshal. Okay, let's look at Marshal, and let's put this range tool over here. And imagine, for example, that you want to know who is within 12 inches from the general. You simply press 3 and you see whether your units are in. Or maybe your wizard has a 36 inches spell and you want to see who you can get, and you can get all of the opponents. No? It's very easy. And once you're done using this thing, you can simply delete it because you have another copy of that. Alright? And at this point, we are ready to have the, who do we say that would start? Blue. We said that blue would start. So you're ready to go to change color blue. Take the first die and say, okay, first turn, charge phase. And then you go through the movement phase, the magic phase, the shooting phase, combat phase, and once you're done, then you can take this and you can delete it, because it's now the first turn for player red. And as you're doing this, you can take screenshots, and it's going to be very easy to make a battle report out of it. Alright? I haven't shown you anything in terms of how to move the units. This is going to be the topic of a different video. Now I'm going to write a little backstory for why these Imperial forces are meeting the Sylvan elves in this swampy area. Alright? That's all for today. Cheers, bye.